Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, your station for empowerment, music, and talk radio. EB Radio presents Empower Hour with Jaresha, a show that shares the stories behind the journeys of leaders, influencers, and motivators. The Empower Hour with Jaresha begins now.
Welcome back to another episode of Empower Hour with Jaresha. Here is what I want you to really know today, and that is that you have the power to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. Unleash your greatness and take action. And I feel like so much of what we do each and every day, it's about our willingness to take action. For instance, I can tell you that when I recognized that I needed to have some kind of tool in my life that was going to help me keep my task in order, stay organized and focused, my go-to was I needed to take action and find a tool. And the tool that I found is Todoist. Todoist is it's a task manager for everyone. So whether you're a professional, a business professional, you have a business, whether you're in the 9-to-5 world, it is going to help you combine those tasks, those projects. There's a place for comments, notifications. There is so much that Todoist offers. It's an amazing tool. And here's the thing, I use this tool each and every day. I've used it for years. So if you're looking for a tool to help you manage your list and help you stay organized and focused, Todoist will get you together. But don't take my word for it. Try it out for yourself. The link is in the show notes. Make sure you try it out. Todoist is a really great tool. But as we're talking about taking action, I feel like there is just so many different things that, and maybe this is just the season that I'm in my life, but it's all about the willingness to take action. So when it comes down to our goals, it's all about action. When it comes down to the work that you're doing each and every day, whether you're working for yourself or you're working for someone else, you have to take action. It's all about taking action. But let me just say this, because this action thing, let's talk about that for a little bit as I kind of jump into what I really want to talk about. This action thing is so real. The lack of action, as we feel stuck, as we feel like we're in a place where we're not moving, we're not progressing in our goals, in our businesses and our life period with, leading with, if you're in a organization where you're a manager, you're a director, this thing called action is so real. And when we don't take action, it's so real as well. But I really want to take this a little bit further because I have been on this journey. And if this is not your first time tuning in, you've heard me talk about this journey, and I'm going to keep talking about the journey. So hopefully you don't get tired of hearing about it. But this journey that I'm on of becoming is all about taking action. When I tell you it's all about taking action, no matter how you look at it, no matter, what areas of your life you're really trying to become. And let me just tell you what this journey of becoming has really meant and has really transformed, because I feel like each day is transforming into something just even bigger, even greater. And so I had this great idea before my birthday. I wanted to really go into celebrating another year and have it be something that I'm going to be really intentional about, something that I really want to step into, not just for that day, but each and every day after. And so I was like, what if I just really step into this journey of becoming her? And so if you're listening and, maybe you're thinking, well, this sounds like something I really might want to do for myself, and you're not a female, then it becomes becoming him, or just your journey of becoming. And so when I tell you it has transformed into something really great, and I had no idea, for one. So I'm a very, very much spiritual. And so I had no idea that as I declared and, really affirmed and then begin to really say, this is a commitment that I'm making to myself, how big this becoming thing was really going to turn into. And it's a way for me to really hold myself accountable. It is a way for other people to hold me accountable because one, I have put it out there to the world that I am becoming, right? I am becoming, my family knows I am becoming, what that looks like. And so I had to define what that looked like for me. But now it has really transformed into not just, this one day, this year journey, but it has gotten to be so meaningful for me. So meaningful. And so I'm loving it, y'all. I'm absolutely loving everything that goes along with the journey of becoming. So, as I review, as I release, as I reset, as I reignite, and that truly is what this has been for me, is how can I reflect? That's another R. So maybe it's all these R's that I'm looking at as I said that. I'm thinking that it's been a lot of, R's that has me focused on, I need to review this. I need to review and assess what I'm doing. I need to release this. I need to eliminate this because it's no longer serving me. I need to release this thing because it's no longer serving me. Maybe I need to reset. I need a reset in this area. I need to not necessarily start over, but I need to reset. I need to think back or think about what's going on right now and push reset. Or I need to, reignite. And so this process, because it's truly a process, it has been a process, it is an amazing process, but this process has really caused me to be more intentional about this journey of becoming and how I am showing up for myself, how I am going to be, how can I become today? How can I become the best version of me? And so you're going to hear me talk about this quite frequently. You'll hear me talk about it on all of the different shows because it's so important. It's important enough to me that I felt like not only am I becoming, but so many of us are becoming in our own lives. And if we're not becoming, then maybe we should become. We all should be striving to become the highest version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves each and every day, and what that means. And so on this journey of becoming, it has been so surreal. It has been so surreal as I, review, reflect, and understand. Reviewing what who I am and where I'm at, reflecting on, some of the things that, those milestones, those accomplishments, those failures, reflecting, and then understanding, the present challenges that I'm going through, the challenges that I'm being faced with, and knowing that during that review, reflect, and understand phase, it's all about understanding the patterns, understanding the triggers, and understanding that, my emotional responses. And so, as I tell you that this thing, it is something that once you commit to becoming, you commit to becoming and what that looks like. Even if, I feel like there are so many times that we feel like we have to have like this whole book, this whole, manual on what does it mean to become? Like, how do I become? Guess what? It doesn't come with the manual. It doesn't come with instructions. It literally comes with you sitting down, getting clear on where you are and where you're trying to go, and looking at those past experiences that has gotten you to where you're at, or those past experiences that maybe has you feeling stuck in where you're at, and recognizing those challenges and those obstacles and calling it out for what it is, knowing that, you know what, this was a challenge that I experienced. And if I can be completely honest, I had a hard time trying to overcome that challenge. I had a difficult time because this was a trigger of mine. Like, this is something that still triggers me. It's one of those things of sitting down with your pen and your paper, your notebook, and saying, okay, let me begin to process me. Let me begin to really dive in deeper into who I am and understanding who I am. Understanding who I am so that I can begin my own journey of becoming. That thing is so real. It is so real when you finally decide to sit down with yourself and begin to ask yourselves those key questions to help you review, to help you reflect, and to help you understand. You see, I think we get so caught up in this, the hustle and bustle, the day to day, and oh, I'm comfortable in where I'm at. And truth be told, this is a whole nother show. But my question would be, why are you comfortable? Because if you're comfortable, you're not growing. And we should always be growing in the areas of our life. I don't care what level you feel like you're at. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how many businesses you have built. I don't care how much money you have in your bank account. What I do care about is the fact that if we feel like we're in a place where we are comfortable, the question then is why. So that is one of those questions to really assess where you're at. Why are you comfortable? Now, and to me, being comfortable and being happy is two different things. And again, that's a whole nother show because we can get comfortable and get complacent in that area. That doesn't mean that we're not happy. But what it means is, are you growing? Are you continuing to learn more about that area of your life? So maybe you are, let's just take one of the areas. So maybe you have a relationship and, you've been in a relationship for 25 years and, you are happy. I think that is amazing. But are you continuing to intentionally learn more about your spouse, your significant other? Are you continually to learn how to grow? Because what I know about any kind of relationship is that you always have to be evolving. You're always growing. You're always learning more about that person. And as we learn, we grow, we evolve. So are you continuing to grow in all the areas of your life? And so to me, that's how we begin this process of really becoming. And many of us, we will carve out time for everything else. But when it comes down to investing in us, when it comes down to sitting down with ourselves and saying, you know what, I need to work on me, what that looks like in this journey of becoming, I'm going to identify what this journey of becoming means. I'm going to define what this journey of becoming means. I'm going to look at those R's that I mentioned: the review, the release, the reset, the reignite, the reflect. I'm going to look at all of those R's and how I can utilize that to answer questions, those key questions for myself so then I can really, approach each day and say, you know what, I am becoming. I am becoming today. How can I really show up as the best version of me? How can I become today? And so I mentioned the R of, I mentioned release. And so as I really want to talk about releasing a little bit more because I just feel like it's something that needs to be said. And as we release and understand what that means as far as releasing and letting go, and really going through that process of the reviewing part first. So how can I review those key areas of my life? My relationships, my personal and professional, development and growth. How can I look at my finances? How can I look at my health and wellness? And then spiritually, what are the things that I need to be willing to release? What do I need to release? Do I need to let go of pain? Do I need to let go of resentment? Do I need to let go of failure? And how can we truly transform those scars into stars for us, right? Y'all like that, right? Transform the scars into stars. Oh, that is so good. You ever just say something that is so good and you just have to revisit it? Yes, that is so good because we do need to transform our scars into stars. Those stars, once we, begin that transformation process, those scars help other people. They help other people. So that's how we transform them into stars. That's how we transform them into stars. And once we do that, it allows us to clear the space for that self growth and that personal evolution. So for us to evolve. But guess what? We have to understand that when we release in this phase of our life, in this journey, when we're releasing, it is all about facing those fears. It's about embracing vulnerability and releasing those emotional burdens. Have you taken the time to release? Have you taken the time to process? Because if you haven't, a lot of times we don't release stuff because we won't even sit down to even look at the things. We don't want to revisit that pain. We don't want to revisit those disappointments. We don't even want to think about it. So yet we're holding on to it. We're holding on to it. We're picking it up. We're carrying it with us everywhere we go. And a lot of times it shows up and sometimes it shows out. It shows up and shows out in how we talk to people. It shows up and shows out in our relationships. It shows up and shows out in how we move and take action, or how we, the lack of action. It shows up and shows out. Instead of us sitting down and saying, how can I begin this release process? How can I let go so that I can begin to develop? How can I really develop the courage to let go of the weight? How can I let go of the weight and move past the pain and the fears? We have to understand that when we go through this, this process of holding on to pain, resentment, and it does not help us. It does not help us. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. And I'll tell you, Nelson Mandela said that. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Liberation begins where resentment is. And so we have to understand the process of releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. What is it that is in your life right now that you feel like, you know what? I really need to release this. I need to let go of this because it's not helping me. And, I say if it's not helping you, then it's hurting you. And so who wants to hold on to something that's hurting them? If it's not helping you, it's hurting you. So we have to be willing to sit down with ourselves. And often that may mean sitting down with someone else, a coach, a counselor, sitting down with someone else that can help you process, that can help you work through those things that we need to let go, helping you through your becoming process, helping you really embrace that journey and what it looks like to you, helping you answer those questions. So another phase is the resetting phase. Ooh, y'all, this resetting phase is good. It's good. It is really, really good because, there is someone that said this, I should say, you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Are you rereading the last chapter of your life? Are you rereading it? So we have to understand about the process of transformation. And we have to understand how important it is to make sure we're consistently realigning our goals and our desires with reality, with our purpose, with our, we have to make sure it aligns. And often that comes in with resetting. Like, oh, I need a reset because I feel like I'm off track. How many times, I know I've said that plenty of times, where you feel like you lose focus. Like, oh, I need to reset and realize my own potential. I need to reset and realize my own potential, because I feel like in every journey, there's a point where everything requires a reset, like a fresh start. And I don't want to say like you're starting all the way from the beginning, because you're not. You're not. It is a period of recollaboration that allows you to reconstruct and align with the new realities, and then elevate your ambitions. And so I know you all are familiar with Lisa Nichols. She has an amazing story, okay? So she's an empowerment speaker. And so she actually said, your life is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. And so a reset can adjust that conversation to one of growth, one of strength, and opportunity. But guess what? We have to be willing to reset. We have to understand the value. We have to understand the power in the reset, the power in the release, the power of the review. We have to understand that. We have to understand that. And one of the last R's I'm going to talk about, at least on today's show, is the reigniting. Now, this reigniting, y'all, this gets me just fired up and excited, because it is, I feel like it goes perfectly. Like, it fits perfectly like a puzzle. After you've had the review, okay? After you've had the review, you've reflected, and you understand. And understand that is a part of the process. You review, you reflect, and you understand. And then you release and let go. Release and let go. Then you reset and realize your potential. Yes, you reset and realize your potential. And then you reignite. Yes, you reignite. And so when I think about reigniting, it is really like an emphasis on integrating of positive habits, self-love, affirmations, and the reigniting the fire within us, right? So all of us have a fire within us that is burning. And some of us, at times in our seasons, maybe our fire is burning high, maybe our fire is burning light, or sometimes maybe our fire has been put out, but we need to relight that fire, right? So we need to reignite the fire, and really encourage and empower ourselves to keep moving, towards our dreams, keep moving towards this journey of becoming and what that looks like for you. Because what I know about this journey of becoming is that it is a journey that never ends. So each and every day, you're going to show up for yourself. How can I really walk into becoming based off of your definition, based off of, how you see yourself as becoming? How can I walk into that? How can I walk into that? So let me ask you this. Have you ever taken a moment to truly perceive the glorious journey of, your life, the glorious journey of our lives, right? Have you truly contemplated the breathtaking transformation that happens, like just in life in general, from a baby to an adult, from, all the beautiful things in the nature, right? So from like a beautiful butterfly, how a beautiful butterfly starts from, that humble cocoon, right? And so as we think about this process, it is truly a inspiring process. It's an inspiring metamorphosis that is the journey of becoming, as it relates to reviewing, releasing, resetting, and reigniting. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a recap, because I feel like I need to recap a little bit in case you are, taking notes. But with the review stage, it is where we're going to reflect and we're going to evaluate our lives, right? It's about discerning our strengths and acknowledging our weaknesses and understanding our passions and our dreams. It's all about the introspection, right? Introspection is not just about being hard on ourselves, but a chance to uncover the powerful gem that you are. So understand when you sit down to do an assessment, to do an evaluation, to review, that is what it is. We have to look at it like, you know what? This is good. This is a really great thing. This is something that I need to do in my life more frequently. And to be honest, I think I've talked about this on the show before, but I have those regular check-ins with myself. And so that review is like a check-in. It's a check-in with yourself. And then as we think about, the whole releasing part of it. So we often will cage ourselves in the prison of our past and our experiences, right? But we need to really understand that each and every one of us is a sum, okay? A sum of countless experiences, a sum of trials, a sum of obstacles, a sum of errors, a sum of victories. And we have to release ourselves from the clutches of the past failures. So releasing is all about go, letting go, and finally getting the healing and going through the process of healing for yourself, because you are worth it. Your future is worth it. And then the resetting part. It is such a pivotal phase. So it's not about erasing your past, but it's about letting go of the weight that is hindering your journey. So we need to reset our minds. We need to reset our minds, our mindset, reset our attitudes and our outlook. Now, I feel like during this phase, it's all about redirecting energies towards what truly matters in our life. So when you look at resetting, think about that. It's about defining or redefining your boundaries and setting uplifting and goals for you as you're on this journey of becoming. And last but not least, again, we're going to revisit the reignite. Because I feel like once you have reviewed your life, you've released the past and the things that you really need to let go of, you've reset your mind, it is time to reignite that flame that is within you. That is that flame of passion, the flame of maybe the creativity, the flame of transformation. Reigniting is about fueling that spark, which sets you apart and makes you so unique. This journey of becoming is not about changing who you are, but identifying and unleashing that hero that is hidden within. So know that you need to really embrace your passions. You need to follow your passions. You need to embrace your individuality as well. You need to celebrate your uniqueness. You need to shine your light on the world. You understand who you are, because you are here. You inspire us. You empower us. You can transform not just your world, but the world, the whole entire world. The whole entire world. We just have to understand and see this journey of becoming as so much bigger. So much bigger. So as I conclude today, amazing people, and each of you are amazing. I don't say that just to be saying it. I say it because I absolutely mean it. You are amazing. Remember that life is a journey, and every journey should have a purpose. So learn to embrace every aspect of you in your existence, in every fiber of your being. So the journey of becoming, it's about letting go of what no longer serves you and embracing who you truly are. Your journey is not one of perfection, but it is one of transformation. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. A single step. I took that single step months ago when I said, you know what? I am going to embark on this journey of becoming. And not only am I going to embark on it, but I'm going to share it because I feel like it's so big, it's so great that everyone should be on this journey of becoming. So maybe for you, that journey begins today, but know that it begins today and it's each and every day. So remember to review, release, reset, and reignite. Reignite. I started off this show today with saying that I believe in, and I say this each and every show, that I believe you have the power to be great, do great, and have great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. So I encourage you today, take action on your own journey. I really hope that something I mentioned today will really spark something in you to start your own journey of, and maybe you don't call it becoming, maybe it's a different, title for your journey, but it will spark something in you to start your own journey of becoming. So until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Hour with Jaresha, where Jaresha speaks with leaders, influencers, and motivators who share their journey in personal and professional growth, empowerment tips, lessons learned, and keys of success that will empower you to your best self. Follow Jaresha on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jaresha Moore, and visit www.empoweronpurpose.com. Remember to be intentional and be empowered, and have a great day on purpose.